Welcome back to Campfire Stories. If you're a fan of the strange and unusual, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to share the videos. Without further ado, here's today's story. I'm not sure if I should tell this story, mainly because I'm not supposed to. That's what they said. I was working as a military contractor, and me and my entire unit got reassigned to the States. Which we were happy. It was unusual, but we weren't complaining. We figured it was some mundane security work, just in a lot less hot place. So we get back to the States, and we unpack our gear. We clean our rifles. We go through all our equipment, and then we receive our orders. And we all kind of thought, what? This doesn't make sense. There must be a mistake. We were all assigned to our own fire watch. Fire towers. Old fire towers. Haven't been used for years. Were originally guard towers during the Vietnam War. The old guard towers that now stand as fire towers used to be on military land. That land has just been turned over to the park services. Our orders were to stand guard and watch for anything unusual. So we said okay. The next morning, we hopped in the Humvee and headed to our assigned post. So immediately, not much to do. We look off into the distance. It seems like the rain never stops. It rained all the way up there. It's been raining ever since we left. So we get settled in. We make something to eat. Me, I just like to open a good book. Every once in a while, check out the window, see what's going on. One of the men from my unit radios me on the tower radio. He says, "Does this thing even work?" And an unfamiliar voice comes back. A raspy voice. And it says, "It always has." I just write it off as, one of the guys is messing around. So, I go back to my book. Don't think much of the raspy voice that didn't sound familiar. So as the night goes on, each tower has its own lights, but they're battery powered, and, don't work as that great. They were built on budget, secondhand parts. towers have barely been maintained. So, as the night goes on, the lights get dimmer. The lights are old. They use a lot of energy. So the lights slowly dim. The solar was always enough, even with the clouds, to charge up the batteries in the morning. So as the lights get dimmer, we notice a glow off in the distance. And we thought, that's weird. It's like a flicker, kind of like a campfire, but not so close. But also moving. We can tell it's moving. So I radio it in, and everyone else says, "What are you talking about?" No one sees what I see. I'm thinking it's probably just the angle. It's really thick brush. It's dense forest out there, so it's not unreasonable that they didn't see it. But eventually it goes out. Or I thought. Then it reappears. Same flickering light. Kind of like a lantern, like an old lantern. Like someone was holding an old oil lantern running through the forest. So, at the base of each tower, we have two vehicles. We have our Humvees that we drove in on, and we have a UTV provided by the park services. So, I hop into the UTV, and I'm thinking I'm gonna end up scaring the crap out of this guy, because I'm a large, surly dude with a rifle headed out to this guy. So I start heading down the tower and try to keep an eye on the lantern. As I walked out the door, somehow it was miles away before I walked out the door. And when I walked out the door, the lantern was gone. So I'm like, let's see if I could try to find the lantern that someone's carrying. So I radioed in. I said I'm heading out. I'm gonna go check something out. So as I'm heading down the stairs, I head towards the UTV. And won't start. So I pop the hood, check the gas, check everything. But once I pop the hood, I realized what has happened. It looks like a bear put 3 claw marks through the engine. Straight through the engine block. And I quickly realized a bear can't do that. It's a cast steel engine block. Bear can't do that. It would break its claws. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? Is this some kind of prank? So then I go to my Humvee, about to hop in that. Not even a click from the starter. So I go pop the hood. As I walk around, I realize the hood's gone. So is half the engine. So I grab I have my rifle in my hand. I have every flashlight I have on. I have the flashlight on my rifle on. I have the laser on my rifle on. I have my head lantern on. And I have a flashlight in my other hand. I'm scanning around. Suddenly I see it. the lantern. And then over the radio, I hear one of the men from my unit say, "There's something outside. There's something outside my tower. How'd it get up here?" And I quickly realized the towers have really heavy-duty gates at the bottom that are all welded square tubing. It's really heavily reinforced and kind of odd why, but didn't think much of it considering it used to be a prison camp. So, instead, I started heading over to that tower on foot. I hear more come over the radio. The man from my unit says it won't stop smiling at me. Its mouth is huge, so are its teeth. Help. Then I hear gunfire. It starts raining gunfire from the tower, and all I see is muzzle flash after muzzle flash after muzzle flash from bullets flying from every direction. I'm yelling over the radio, "Ceasefire, ceasefire, ceasefire." No response. Then I hear, "It got me with its claw. It took 3 gashes out of my leg." Then it was silent. I asked him, "Are you okay?" He says, "I'm gone." The next day, I look through my binoculars and I see his towers all boarded up. It only happened after daybreak. We can't reach him on the radio. Still confused at what we heard, and what was it, and how was it smiling at him? What had a guy that had the Taliban and ISIS, and that's come face to face with people like the Taliban and ISIS, so scared? So we keep trying him on the radio. No response. As I headed back the previous night, I noticed the lantern was gone when I got back. Whatever attacked him, or whoever attacked him, passed right by me and I didn't even notice. How is it even possible? It shouldn't be. Let alone it would have taken me 10 times as long to get from that tower to mine than it would have just to get to my tower when I started heading back. So how did something beat me back, or someone, without making a sound, without making a peep, without making a single footstep? Then I remembered our dossier to observe and report anything unusual. So I took out my notebook. I started documenting what I heard. and I make a note. We lost contact with one of the members of our team. He's not answering the radio, and he's put booby traps around the tower so we can't get close without risking ourselves. We don't know if he's alive. The next night rolls around. We see his tower is barely lit up. We realize he must have fired bullets through the solar panels, damaging them, so his tower is no longer charging up from the sun. He probably only had one working panel. Not enough. It's probably why he hasn't been responding to us on the radio. As the night rolls around, I look outside. And passing by my tower is a lantern. It's like one of those traditional type Chinese lanterns. It's weird, but it doesn't have Chinese on it. It has Vietnamese. It's weird. Someone might just be out here paying respects to someone that died in a prison camp, maybe. Who knows? So I didn't think much of it. Then there was the lantern on my tower again. I look down and I see it on the hood of my Humvee. The Humvee that was ripped to shreds, that I took a look at the following morning. I did find whatever did it was extremely strong and dangerous, and every mark had 3 slashes as it slashed away my engine piece by piece without making a peep. How did I not hear that? That must have been so loud. I document the whole thing in my journal. Anyways, we don't have to be out here much longer. The Park Services is sending rangers to watch the towers for fire. But we were never told to watch for fire. We were told to watch for things that are strange and unusual. We were told to document it. It feels more like an experiment than a job at a fire watch. And suddenly, hear gunshots. So I pull my binoculars out. And I look over at the tower that's all boarded up. And there's one of my men. Bandages on his leg. Tower's barely lit. And all the towers you can see from every other tower. I looked around and I tried calling on the radio. No response. I couldn't see any of the other towers in the dark. So I pull out my night vision. Every tower, every way, was set afire. Every single one. How did I not see that? How did I miss that? It's like it happened when I wasn't here. So, I suddenly hear a voice on the radio, and it's the tower that's boarded up. It's my buddy, the guy that's so afraid of something. He says, "It's coming up the tower. Do you have any ammo? Take the shot. Are you there? Is anyone there anymore?" And I call him back. I let him know I'm here. So I look through my scope and I see something with 4 arms, 2 legs, like a human, but not like a human, climbing the tower. And I take several shots. And he calls me back and he says, "Where have you been?" "It's been months." I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's only been a couple days." He said, "No. Your tower's been dark for months. You weren't there. You went off into the woods to track down whatever attacked me and never came back." And I think to myself, no, that can't be true. Because you're imagining things. No, I'm so confused about the whole thing. How could that have happened? He said, "I heard gunshots, counter bullets." And I remember thinking, well, I have plenty of magazines, plenty of extra ammunition. I have plenty of bullets. I don't need to count them. So I indulge him and I say, "Okay." And I check my magazine, that should be full. I fired 1 shot and hit the creature. No more bullets. I check all my other magazines. No bullets. No bullets. No bullets. I check the Ranger shotgun in the tower that the park services put up there. It's covered in mud and blood. It is empty. No bullets. Suddenly I realize I have no memory of the time I was gone. But my clothing is freshly washed with soap that I don't recognize. It's like no time has passed. What happened? As I'm contemplating this and distracted, I look over and the last tower is burning. So I turn around to run out the door to run towards where my friend is in that tower. And it's right there. Glowing red eyes. Huge grinning smile. And 4 arms. Soaked in blood. 5 towers. 5 members of my team. Each hand of his 4 arms, he held the decapitated head of a member of my team. I reached for my sidearm. I pulled the trigger. Click. It was empty. I had no bullets. No, nothing. I reach for my knife that's on my pack. It's gone. Where it used to be 3 slashes. I look at the creature's hands. Three fingers. Or should I say claws. It was at that moment I realized why they had us out here. If you're reading my journal, make sure to only travel at day. Don't stay the night. Run. So, if you can guess what happened next. Creature with 4 arms. Decapitation. It was over for me. So if you're reading my journal, make sure bullets don't mark. You can't shoot the creature. I waged war. No one survives. Run away. Leave the woods. Never come back. The job is not worth your life. You are guaranteed to die. Because it's gonna come for you. As it came for us. Thank you for listening. And again, if you're a fan of The Strange and Unusual, make sure to like and subscribe and comment below. Share this video with your friends. Share this channel. Have a good day.